that doesn't fix it again, we'll just call it.
The August 14th, 2014 meeting of the Carter County Commission will now come to order. We'll have a roll call by the Madam Clerk.
Buford Peters.
Here.
Willie Campbell.
Here.
Lars Hodge.
Here.
Nancy Brown. Here. Joel Street.
Present.
Richard Winters.
Here.
Ronnie Crivitt.
Here.
Harry Seas.
Present.
Charles Marcana.
Present.
Elsie Tester.
Here.
Steve Lawrence.
Present.
Tom Bowers.
Here.
Joanne Blankenship. Present. Charlie Bailey.
Here.
Bobby Dees.
Present.
Ken Arden.
Here.
Steve Chambers.
Here.
John Lewis.
Here.
Sonia Coler. Russell Cott.
Here.
Scott Sands. Bill Armstrong.
Here.
Nat Hicks.
Present.
And Robert Goff.
Here.
We have a quorum. If we'd have our opening prayer now by Mr. Campbell.
Dear Heavenly Father, God, as we bow our heads today, Lord, thank you for this beautiful day, Lord, you've given us. Lord, you've given us good health and another chance to put our feet to the floor. Lord, we just want to praise your holy name tonight. Lord, we do pray for this commission board, Lord. We know, Lord, there's a lot of them that's going to lead. Lord, we thank you for their wisdom and their knowledge, God, that you've given them, God, to lead this county. Lord, we do pray for those that are coming into you, Lord, that your wisdom and knowledge be with them. Lord, tonight we can never praise you enough for what you've done for each one of us. God, we do ask these things in your precious and holy name. Amen.
Amen. Mr. True, will you lead us in the pledge?
Attention, salute, pledge.
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Now, if it's all right with you all, have a little deviation from the agenda. We have a very special recognition for a very special man. Mr. Campbell, can you come up, please?
That's going to bring you up here. Yeah. Approach this commission board tonight. We have Jack Perkins, a great guy he is. I've worked for him for 20 years. Not only has he been dedicated to this county, but he's also been dedicated to this country. He put his life on the line in service. He's still putting his life on the line yet today for each and every one of us. You know, as we go out, and I think back in my mind, 20 years he was here, as he was sworn his road superintendent, everything that could be dished at him was dished at him. We had a hurricane, Hugo, that hit Wrong Mountain. We had blizzards. We had floods. All this came at him at all times. You know, as I stand here tonight, it's hard for me to say these things. But I love Jack very much, and I'm sure you all do too. And I thank God for him. The men who showed up here tonight, and they love him. I know he's going to enjoy his retirement. We just pray for him every day that he gets a little better. You know, he's been a wonderful person. Everyone he comes in contact to and with, you know, people love him. You know, and he's a great example of what we need to see when we're out there. You know, I know Roger Caldwell will be taking over pretty soon, but Jack will never be replaced in nobody's heart, because we love him so much, and we love his wife, the rest of his family. Jack, we do love you better than you know. Anytime you need us, we're going to be there for you. I'm sure all these people that I'm speaking to tonight, they want to hear a bit if you pick the phone up at any time and call. We'd like to present you from the commission board with this flag. So I'll stand again.
We also have another recognition from the county mayor.
Over the last 4 years, I have been blessed with the opportunity to interact on a regular basis with some great people. It has truly been an honor and a privilege to be part of this professional team, one where the members were focused on a common goal to make Carter County the best it could be for all of us. Some of these members, after many years of faithful service, have decided that it's time to retire. They will surely be missed. It is especially fitting and proper to recognize these dedicated servants and for us to wish them many years of joyful and peaceful retirement. There's 3 people I'd like to recognize tonight. First is an individual that is as detailed and thorough in his approach as anyone I've ever met. He has definitely been a good steward of the taxpayers' hard-earned dollars, in that on countless occasions he has proven to be an extremely shrewd negotiator. His efforts have resulted in budgetary savings of several $100,000. Help me welcome Chief Deputy Ron Street. Chief, thank you for your 8 years of dedicated service.
Thank you, Mayor.
Speech.
It'll be short. I've just got 2 minutes. Heard that enough. I'd like to thank the sheriff, the commission, especially the men and women of the sheriff's department. It's been a great 8 years, and I'm finally trading my sidearm in for a fishing rod. So if you want to go fishing, just holler. But thank you very much, and best of luck to you in the future.
Next is an extremely nice lady that serves as a central hub of Carter County Highway Department. She is constantly on the phone with constituents, fielding questions, concerns, and advancing them on to the supervisory staff and or work crews. There have been many difficult and trying days. However, she somehow has always displayed a very positive, calm, and cool demeanor. That person is Betty Bradley. Betty? Betty has served with honor and distinction for the last 12 years. We thank you
Thank you.
for your service.
Speech.
Thank you very much. It's been a real pleasure working with Jack and everyone. I've thoroughly enjoyed it. And Thanks everyone that I've worked with and all the help that you provide to me. God bless.
And finally, this gentleman was one of the office holders which took time to listen to some of the mayor's proposals. He could have rejected them simply on the basis of them being outside of the way he had normally done things in the past. However, he had a very open mind and was more than willing partner. Working together, we initiated 3 projects, ultimately securing federal funds in excess of $800,000. That's substantial savings.
You didn't get the best of driving board.
Thank you, Jack.
Yes, sir. God bless you, Dad.
Also, I don't have a plaque for those commissioners that I would at least give you a round of applause for all your dedicated service. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Mayor.
Mr. Chairman,
Ms. Blankenship.
as you know, I elected not to run for re-election. And as such, I want to resign my position as vice chair of the commission and nominate Sonia Collar to fulfill the rest of that. And I want that resignation effective immediately.
Thank you, Ms. Blankenship. We have a motion to nominate Sonia Keller as vice chair.
I'll second that.
I have a second by Mr. Sis. Any discussion?
For chairman for the next commission?
No, to finish up this term.
Oh, okay. Just this month, okay.
Call roll.
Buford Peters. Minnie Campbell.
Aye.
Lawrence Todd. Nancy Brown. Shirley Street. Richard Winters. Ronnie Trivet. Harry Seas. Charles Montana. Elsie Tester. Steve Grant. Tom Bowers. Joanne Blankenship. Charlie Bailey. Bobby Dees. Ken Arden. Steve Chambers. John Lewis. Sonia Color.
I guess I better say aye.
Russell Cott. Scott Sands. Bill Armstrong. Pat Hicks. And Robert Goff. All ayes.
All ayes, motion carried. Congratulations, Madam Vice Chairman. Now we need to recognize our elected and appointed officials and guests. If y'all would stand, please, even the ones who are about to be elected and take office. Come on, stand up, if you would. Thank you. Now we'll have our public comments. Anybody like to speak on anything on the agenda? Come up, sir. You have 2 minutes.
Well, I see on the agenda that you guys are going to elect a county attorney. And I'd like to request that you table that. There's going to be 14 new kids on the block. 14, I believe that's correct, 14. And I think you should give us an opportunity to select the new county attorney. Review the qualifications and resumes and welcome your input on it, but I think that the new commissioners should have the opportunity to elect the new county attorney. And again, as the mayor's already said, I thank you guys for your service. And always agree with you, and always disagree with you. But in the next 8 years, we're going to be like Mr. Obama, blame you for everything that goes wrong. That's a joke.
I think you're confused on that one, sir. The fingers will be pointed the other direction.
We're really not going to do that, but anyway, I thank you for your service. And please consider electing the new commissioner. I thank you, county attorney.
Thank you, Mr. Carroll. Any other public comments? Mr. Lewis.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sure something's going to come up here today about the school. And I just want to inform some of you what some of the background on it is. I have the tax card here, and it'll be Unite High School. They have 48 acres up there. 48 acres of property. Shut down range school to save money.
Mr. Livingston, I don't believe that's on the agenda, sir.
Ain't nothing about the school on the agenda,
Not that I know. Okay.
but that's good enough. And thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you. Any other public comments? All right. Now we'll have the acceptance of the minutes of the previous meeting. I'd like to note that there are 3 errors. One on page 447, 2 on page 447. Substitute the name of Sam's for Bowers. And on page 446, the spelling of Angels is incorrect. So those 3 corrections, do I have a motion to accept?
Make a motion. Second.
I have a motion by Mr. Lewis, second by Mr. Chambers to accept the minutes. All in favor? Aye. All opposed? That was the minutes for the regular session of our county commission. All right. Now we'll have to approve the notaries and bonds. Madam Clerk,
We have a motion to accept the minutes, Mr. Chairman. You never got a second vote on
we have a motion by Mr. Lewis, second by Mr. Chambers.
it. We didn't vote on it, did we?
Did you not vote?
Well, I'm trying to figure out who's gonna bring the candy for next meeting.
Okay, now we'll have the acceptance from the special call meeting. Do I have a motion to approve those minutes?
So moved.
Motion by Ms. Keller, second by Mr. Arnold to approve those minutes. Any discussion? Mr. Von Cannon?
I pointed out, as I usually do, and I think it's very important that on the first page, that a company that brought in so many jobs ought to be recognized as the Silver Angels rather than the Silver Angels.
I think we just corrected that, Mr. Von Cannon, on the last vote. Thank you. Any other discussion about the special call meeting minutes? All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed? Motion carries. Now, approval of notaries and bonds.
Connie J. Fine, Kimberly Lacy, Robin C. Benning, Kelsey Anna May, Kelly L. Arwood, James I. Burrow, Deanna Chesser, Deanna Cole, April Bliss Gilbert, Vivian Hauser, Timothy L. Woods, John G. Lewis, Samuel Short, Jim Bishop, Jennifer Cross, Robert Cordell, Stephanie Grindstaff, Wendy Mahan, and not on your list is Rebecca Hobson and Angela Lyons.
Do I have a motion to approve? By Ms. Keller, do I have a second?
Second.
By Ms. Blankenship?
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, sir.
bonds,
We'll do that separately.
okay.
All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed? Motion carries. Now we have the approval of the bonds of the newly elected officials.
Leon Anthony Mayor, John Blankenship, Circuit Court Clerk, Mary Gooch, County Clerk, Dexter Lunsford, Sheriff, Brandon K. Lewis, Trustee, Edward Driscoll, Register of Deeds, Roger Caldwell, Superintendent of Roads. The constables are Larry Perry, Landon C. Pritchard, Marty Brown, Leonard Johnson, James D. Bowers, Scott Carson Wade, Kim Lyons, Harvey Schaefer, Mark Carrier, Larry Michael Preston Jr., John Henson, Bobby Dean Trivett, Gabriel Seth Babb, Mark E. Watson, Robert Chris Carroll, Joseph Ryan Presley.
Have a motion to approve those bonds. Motion by Mr. Hodge, second by Mr. Hicks. Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed? Motion carries. Now we'll go to the election of county attorney.
Mr. Chairman.
Second. In your package, you will find the applications of each individual. I'm sure you'll have time to look them over. The floor will be open for nominations. Mr. Lewis.
I'll make a motion that we table this for next month, give these new commissioners a chance to overlook these things, and since they're gonna be working with us, and I think they'll have a chance to decide on this stuff.
I'll second it.
Have a motion and a second. Motion by Mr. Lewis, second by Mr. Brown. Before we go into discussion, I'd like to just explain that we would have had this election in April. That's when it came due. We had no meeting in April. And after that, we were going into the budget workshops, and the elections are going on, and it just sort of slid through the cracks till today. We would have elected a county attorney anyway in April. We can do that tonight as well. We have a motion and a second. Any more discussion?
Mr. Chairman, if we do this, will that mean that we will be out of, will not have an attorney for a few weeks?
We have to hire an interim. Mr. Von Cannon.
Not a few weeks, only 2 weeks. From September 1 to September 15, which the next meeting only
Any other discussion?
Question,
Call the roll, please.
what's this on table?
To table. On table, vote yes. If no, vote no.
Buford Peters. Willie Campbell.
No.
Lawrence Todd.
Aye.
Nancy Brown.
Yes.
Joel Street.
No.
Richard Winters.
No.
Ronnie Crivitt.
Aye.
Harry Seas.
No.
Charles Von Cannon.
Aye.
Elsie Kester.
No.
Steve Grant.
No.
Tom Bowers.
No.
Joanne Blankenship.
No.
Charlie Bailey.
No.
Bobby Dees.
No.
Ken Arden.
No.
Steve Chambers.
No.
John Lewis.
Yes.
Sonia Coler.
No.
Russell Cott.
No.
Scott Sands. Bill Armstrong. Pat Hicks.
Aye.
Robert Goff.
No.
Sixteen ayes.
16 no.
16 noes. Motion failed. All right, now the floor will be open for nomination. Mr. Peters.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to nominate Joshua Hart.
Second.
Thank you.
Mr. Chairman,
Mr. Lewis.
I'd like to nominate Javon Carter.
Thank you, Mr. Lewis.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to nominate Mr. Hall.
Thank you, Mr. Trivet. Any more nominations?
I'd like to nominate Mr. Harden.
Beg your pardon?
Mr. Harden.
He's already been nominated, sir. Not nominating anybody else. Mr. Von Cannon.
I'd like to nominate Jerome Carter.
He's been nominated as well.
About to vote.
Nomination six.
Second.
Have a motion, nomination cease and a second. All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed? Motion carries. We'll have a,
Mr. Chairman, what is the term of this county attorney?
I believe it's 2 years. Is that correct?
The county attorney's term is for 2 years, and pursuant to our private act, you're electing the county tax attorney, who also has the full power of the county attorney. And so that whoever happens to be the person you elect, they do both jobs.
Mr. Chairman,
Mr. Lewis.
can I ask Mr. Byers, can we hire a different tax attorney for this?
According to the private act, the quarterly court is electing a county tax attorney, who also has the power of the county attorney. I went over this with Mr. Lewis, Randall Lewis, our trustee as well, and he's in agreement with my interpretation. That's the way it's been since we've been here.
I mean, we can't do it, we can't do it.
No, sir, not under the private act.
Mr. Goff.
Would it be out of line to give one of them that's here a chance to get up and
No, each will have that opportunity to speak in their own defense. So, Mr. Harden is nominated first. Mr. Harden?
Good evening, all of you. My name is Josh Harden, and I'll start off by giving you a little background about myself. Grew up in the Stony Creek community. I graduated from Yates High School. Still live there today with my wife in the Stony Creek community. Growing up in Stony Creek, I learned the value of hard work early on, working for my grandpa on his farm in the hay fields around Stony Creek. As soon as I became old enough to get a public job, when I was 16 years old, I started working, and I continued working all the way through college. I attended East Tennessee State University and received a bachelor's degree in criminal justice and criminology. Fortunate enough to graduate there with honors and obtain a scholarship, a full scholarship or a graduate assistantship to go on and continue my studies there, where I earned a master's degree in criminal justice and criminology. Following graduation, I went straight to work full-time for the Washington County Sheriff's Department. I worked as a detention officer in the jail over there, and also worked for 3.5 nearly years with the city of Kingsport as a police officer. I mention those two specifically because I feel like the law enforcement experience is certainly relevant to this position. As you all, I'm sure, are aware, multiple issues come up from time to time with the Sheriff's Department and with personnel there. So I feel like I'm in a unique position because I've actually been in their shoes. So when I face those decisions and counseling those folks there, I feel like I've certainly got a unique insight that a lot of folks don't have. I left from the city of Kingsport to go back to law school. I attended and graduated from the University of Mississippi, or Ole Miss, as it's referred to. Approximately 180 students in my graduating class. I graduated ranked 5th overall in the class. Immediately took and passed the Tennessee bar exam and moved back home. Went to work with Keith Bowers Jr., of course you all know is the current Carter County attorney. And approximately 6 months ago I became a partner with Mr. Bowers up there. During the time working with Mr. Bowers, I've worked in basically every aspect of this job. Specifically, I have conducted the legal research. I've written some legal opinions interpreting statutes and private acts. I have drafted resolutions. In fact, I did the initial draft of the 2 resolutions you all will be voting on tonight. I have attended court on behalf of the county. I have appeared in committee meetings, commission meetings. I've drafted deeds and contracts for the county. I've assisted also as the county delinquent tax attorney in all the various things that go into that, performing the tax sales for delinquent taxes. So I feel like during the time I've been working with Mr. Bowers 2+ years, I've gained a substantial amount of experience, not only representing those in those aspects for Carter County, but also assisting him for Washington County and for the city of Watauga. So I've gained relevant experience in governmental law for different sized governmental bodies. Also during that time I maintained my own private caseload of criminal and civil cases. I had great success in the courtrooms in this district in my private practice. So I feel like I bring a winning attitude and confidence and certainly relevant and recent experience. So I feel like I would be able to provide an effective and smooth transition for the county, especially with all the new commissioners who will be coming on board. And I would certainly consider it an honor to assist you all and the county office holders in serving the citizens of this county, and I appreciate your consideration. And I'll be glad to answer any questions.
Are you Keith's brother-in-law?
Yes, ma'am.
I was just curious. All right, thank you.
Please don't hold that against him. Thank you, Mr. Clark.
Thank you.
Next we'll have Mr. Cotter.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Well, my name is Jerome Cochran. I've been practicing law here in Carter County for 14 years. I practice with criminal and civil law in federal and state courts. I've served as legal advisor to various boards in my time here in Carter County. I serve currently as legal advisor to the Abortion Alternative Women's Center. I also serve on the board with the Shepherd's Inn Domestic Battered Women's Shelter. While those boards are some of the infamous as you all, they still provide their own unique set of challenges, which I believe I've done very well over the past few years. I've also served in the state legislature for 4 years. During that time, I've served on the transportation committees and the judiciary committees. I just want to say a few brief words here, and it's probably something you've never heard an attorney say before, but I will be brief. You have to find attorneys to choose from tonight, there's no doubt about it. I know them, I practice with them, they're just good people, they really are, and you cannot go wrong with any of type of thing. We can all research the law, we can all review statutes and case law, and we can provide sound advice to this commission, I believe. I believe the one advantage that I have that no one else has is that my time in the state legislature, my time in the legislature has allowed me to establish contacts and build friendships with members of the legislature and agencies of government that I don't think that no one else can have this apply today. I've rarely talked to Lieutenant Governor Ramsey, members of this House leadership, different state agencies who are just friends of mine who I've known for many years. In my time in Nashville, I wrote legislation. I understand the process in Nashville. I know who to contact when you need a red line installed, perhaps, or try to help obtain a state grant. I think this will be very beneficial to the commission, especially with the new commission coming on here with 14 new members. That's just experience that you get, just, you know, I don't think, learn that. You need, I think it's to be down there and know it firsthand, which I've done. Again, thank you for your consideration. Again, thank you for your time to let me speak, and I look forward to hearing you vote.
Any questions, Mr. Cotton? Thank you, Mr. Cotton.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Hott is our next.
Good evening, Commissioners. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak with you all today, to tell you a little bit about myself. My name is Travis Holly. I was born and raised here in Carter County, just like many generations of my family before me. My parents are Dr. Jack Holly, my mother is Betty Holly. I have a wife, 2 kids, Blake and Abigail. My wife, she's also a lawyer, so you can imagine that when we have disagreements in my house, she always wins. My brother is Jason Holly. He's also a member and partner of the law firm Holly & Holly. As you can tell, I have a vested interest in Carter County now and for generations to come with my family and my children. I graduated from Elizabeth High School, went on to the University of Tennessee, Knoxville. I graduated with a degree in political science. Received a political science scholarship while I was there as part of the Political Science Honor Society. Went on to go to law school at Samford University, Cumberland School of Law. Graduated cum laude there and served on the Cumberland Law Review Board. And to serve on the board, you have to be at least in the top 10% of your law school class. After law school, I worked with Benton & Centeno, it's a law firm in Birmingham, and then worked with another firm, a mid-sized firm, Lloyd Gray & Whitehead. Our main client we had at Lloyd Gray was Jefferson County. And Jefferson County is the largest county in the state of Alabama. There are currently over 660,000 residents in Jefferson County. And we did insurance defense for Jefferson County on labor and employment issues, discrimination issues. Worked in Birmingham until 2006 when I returned to open up the law firm with my brother. It's Holly & Holly here in town. We handle a wide variety of litigation, including complex litigation. And we do that in circuit, chancery, general sessions courts, in Carter County and all the surrounding counties. In 2010, I was asked to serve on the Carter County Audit Committee, and I've been serving on that committee since 2010. Last year, Chancellor Rambo selected me to serve on the 1st Judicial District Chancery Court Advisory Committee. Out of all the attorneys in a 4-county area, he just selected 6 to serve on this committee, and I was fortunate enough to be one of those attorneys. I've practiced law now for 11 years. The 2 things I found most important is communication and preparation. Those are the cornerstones of any job, whether it be law, commission, mayor. It's always good to communicate with each other and be prepared for the task at hand. I'm not a politician. I believe the letter of the law should be followed no matter what party affiliation. I will give you opinions based on fact and law. On a personal note, I'm a member of the First Baptist Church of Elizabeth. My wife and I, we teach Sunday school there to grade school children. I've coached youth athletics since 2007 here in Carter County, basketball, baseball, football. I'm currently on the Donna Hope Foundation Board for Johnson City. I've served as vice president for the Boys and Girls Club for at least 6 years until I stepped down this year. I'm now just a board member. I promise you that I'll work hard and I'll take this job seriously. Because Carter County matters to me and it matters to me in the future. Thank you.
Any questions for Mr. Hall? Thank you, Mr. Hall.
Thank you.
All right. When the roll's called, answer with the name of the person you wish to vote for. At the end of the first round of voting, if there's no majority for one candidate, then the one with the least votes will be dropped and we'll vote again. Any questions? I'll roll, Madam Clerk.
Buford Peters,
Joshua Hart.
Willie Campbell,
Joshua Hart.
Lawrence Hodge,
Hard.
Nancy Brown, Cochran, Joel Street,
Mr. Harden.
Richard Winters,
Harden.
Ronnie Crivitt,
Ollie.
Harry Seas,
Harden.
Charles Von Cannon,
Cochran.
I'm sorry,
Cochran.
Elsie Tester,
Hart.
Steve Lawrence, Tom Mavers,
Harden.
Joanne Blankenship,
Cochran.
Charlie Bayless,
Cochran.
Bobby Dees,
Cochran.
Ken Arden,
Harden.
Steve Chambers,
Harden.
John Lewis, Sonia Culler,
Harden.
Russell Kite,
Hard.
Bill Armstrong,
Cochran.
Pat Hicks,
Cochran.
Robert Goff,
Harden.
14 votes for Mr. Harden, who will be our new county attorney. Congratulations, Mr. Harden.
Thank you all very much.
Next, we have two resolutions. One resolution concerning the pilot agreement for Send-a-Lot distribution. Do I have a motion to waive the reading?
So moved.
Second.
Second.
Have a motion by Mr. Lawrence, second by Ms. Keller to waive the reading of the resolution. Is there any questions? Discussion. Mr. Anderson, would you like to address this, or?
If the commission would like, Mr. Bailey's here also. He's the CEO of the company, and if you all need any background or have any questions, we'd be glad to answer.
If you'd like to come up and say a few words, that'd be great.
Mr. Bailey brought some items that they manufacture or distribute. I think we'll give a little bit better understanding what those are.
Mr. Chairman, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Bailey.
I believe I only know about 4 people in the room, but my name is Glenn Bailey, and I run a company that has about 100 people, and we're right next to Betty's Burger Hut, if you know where that is, across the street from the airport. The company started 40 years ago in Johnson City in Washington County, and 5 years ago we moved here. And I'm just here to say thank you for your hospitality. Thank you for having us here. About a year ago, Tom Anderson and I began to talk about making this relationship permanent, about keeping us here for the long term. And we have been working ever since to buy the building that you might know as the original Frank Schaefer Publications building. And I figured it out tonight. I've counted the number of heads here. And if everyone would get out their checkbook and write a check for $40,000, we'll be able to buy that building tomorrow.
Will you take cash?
Absolutely. Credit cards are fine. American Express preferred. Seriously though, thank you for your support of us. Thank you for being hospitable to us. I've handed out some examples of some of the things we distribute. You could call us Everything Christian. If you've ever been in a Christian retail store, like a Lifeway store, or like a family store, we carry everything that they have. We have about 110,000 different items. We have about 8,000 different Bibles. I really appreciated the starting tonight, Mr. Chairman, the prayer and the Pledge of Allegiance. It was very inspiring to me to be part of that. Thank you. Any questions about our company? And this is coming, it's Mr. Campbell? Zach Campbell. And Mr. Campbell has been in my lobby on several occasions. Is that correct? Buying Bibles to distribute in the local prison?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Campbell. Go ahead.
I've been with you before, and great company. And, I'd like to say, you really have been a great deal, and you're still helping me today. I really appreciate y'all.
Thank you. We are the world's leading, this is not a brag, we are the world's leading distributor of Bibles. The #1 Bible distribution company in the world is here in Carter County. Go ahead, sir.
Yes. Now, you have 105 employees, am I correct?
About, yes.
Now, this expansion that you're going to do with this resolution, in lieu of taxes, are we going to get any new jobs anymore?
As I grow, yes, and we have already closed 2 facilities in Nevada and another facility in Georgia. And about 5 years ago, we closed a 3rd facility in Colorado and moved all of those jobs here. So when we first moved here 5 years ago, when we first moved from Johnson City to here, we only had about 85 to 90 employees. So the growth is already happening as we've closed other facilities and moved people here. Yes, sir.
Sir, you've put together a good management team. We think the world of Bobby Elliott. Bobby Elliott.
Oh, you know Bobby. Good. I'm sorry. Oh, you're Mr. Von Cannon. Good to meet you. I've talked to you on the phone, but I haven't met you.
I've got a question for you.
Yes.
I'm very familiar with your company, the Carter County Tomorrow Board, which I own, and I just like to thank you for being here, and thank you for what you've done for Carter County, the people of Carter County, for the jobs, and for the inspirational stuff that you put out. You know, the stuff I just looked at is beautiful. You do a great job, great work. I hope the Lord bless you.
Thank you. This is where we belong, and we want to make it permanent. Okay? Yes, ma'am.
When you closed your other companies, did they follow to here, or was all the new employees hard?
Every facility that we close, out of a commitment that we feel to employees, we offer them the opportunity to move here. Okay? Only about 4 of them have taken us up on that, but everyone had that opportunity to come. The 4 of them that have taken us up on that are looking for homes, and they're still in the process of relocating. The rest of the positions had to be hired here locally. And truthfully, when you operate out of 1 facility instead of 3 or 4 facilities, you are more efficient, and you don't need quite as many people as you had in each facility. So there was not a 1-for-1 replacement, and I don't want to mislead you about that.
Sir,
Yes, sir.
Do you sell these Bibles or give away?
Tonight, they're being given away. For good charities, we do have special programs, but we sell 99% of the Bibles.
I suggest you keep that one, Mr. Lewis.
I came with a full box, and I'm hopefully going home with an empty box tonight.
Well, what I'm asking, you don't want a tax exempt, the way I understood is, you want people of Carter County to give you
5-year tax exempt when you sell them Bibles.
Yes, sir. And help me understand, you're raising a problem, help me understand what it is.
Well, do I understand this gentleman Byrd, it's a tax-free
That's correct, for 5 years.
for 5 years? And then he wants to, we don't get none, he does, many companies tax-free there. So if he's selling his product,
Well, actually, we do.
I know some, if
It's
he's
pretty
selling his
standard
product,
practice,
he may
actually.
pay taxes on it.
It's a pretty standard practice, Mr. Clerk.
Yeah, we're asking for the abatement, sir, based on on the jobs that we're maintaining in the county. That's not on the basis of our being a religious enterprise. We are not a religious enterprise, we are a for-profit enterprise. At one time in our history, when we first moved here, we were owned by a nonprofit enterprise. But since that time, myself and 2 other people bought the company, and it is now a for-profit enterprise. And we're appealing to you for an abatement for job retention in this area.
I don't have one that looks to sell mine.
Mr. Mayor?
I do have one quick question. Currently, you indicated you got possibly 100 employees. Nowhere in the resolution does it tie base number of employees to the requested abatement. Currently, I think your taxes are about $33,782 annually. Over the 5-year period, that would equate to about $169,000. So, based on your current market, what are the projections for the next 5 years? Or do you feel that you're going to see a continual increase in the number of employees, or are you going to have a reduction? And my question would be, I think that if you drop below that 100, then what's that going to do to the amount of money that we're forgiving in the abatement?
I don't know if that's a motion or you want me to.
It's just a question, based on your projections, would your company be willing to amend accordingly so that if at some point in time within the next 2 years, you drop, say, to 75 employees or down to 50? Under those circumstances, I think the county needs some sort of avenue to protect their interests. There needs to be a minimum number of jobs for this to be based on. So that's my question. Are you willing to do that?
It really doesn't matter. If I drop to 75 employees, if my volume goes that low that I only need 75 employees, I'm out of business. I'll be gone. So you'll be looking for a new buyer for the building at that point.
Mr. Bailey,
Yes, ma'am.
in the resolution that I have, it says 105 jobs that you will maintain that. Is that correct?
Yes. Now, we also have 2 companies that share the building with us that do services for us. The large Bible that's in the back, does somebody have that, the large leather Bible? Yeah, that Bible is thumb indexed, and we have a company that does the thumb indexing that rents facilities from us. About half a dozen of the books that I handed out were actually printed in our facility, but not by our company, and they have 4 jobs that print books. So there are actually 3 different companies that are occupying the building, and that means we have more like 115 employees that come to work every day.
I have one more question. I've looked down here about halfway down through the page, and it states further resolved that this policy will permit the company to purchase the facility from the board any time for the sum of $100.
If I may.
Explain that, sir.
Yes, the board technically owns the building, but as a pragmatic matter, the building is owned by Hollingsworth Capital Partners of Clinton, Tennessee. And I may not be the one to explain it to you, maybe Keith can explain it better.
The option to purchase at the end is a standard option in all pilot agreements. The county would actually be very happy if they exercise that option early because they would go back on the tax rolls. That is just the wind down number. We have to have a purchase price at the end. We hope he exercises that because it becomes so big in the next 6 months. That'd be great. Having that option there is great for this county. We wanted to option it as quickly as possible, but if it's a full 5 years at the end of that period, that's what we transfer a deed over for. And we've wrapped up probably 3 or 4 of the older ones in the last couple of 3 years now.
Any other questions?
You've been in business how long right now?
Send the Light was started as Appalachian Bible Company 40 years ago. And I, along with a guy from Carter County who's worked for the company for 39 years, we bought it about 2.5 years ago.
Yeah, and I say you do a great job, and not only that, you know, you need something personal to yourself. They've accommodated me and accommodated a lot of other people in this county, and didn't charge me anything to do what they had to do for me. I really appreciate you.
Thank you.
I make a motion, we accept the resolution.
Second. I have a motion by Ms. Blankenship, second by Mr. Street. Any other discussion? Call the roll, please.
Buford Peters. Willie Campbell. Mark Thomas. Nancy Brown. Joel Street. Richard Winters. Donnie Bush. Mary Sis. Charles Montana. Elsie Testor. Steve Grant. Tom Allen. Dwayne Blankenship. Charlie Mavis. Bobby Dees. Ken Arden. Steve Chambers. John Lewis. Sonia Coler. Russell Cott. Scott Sands. Bill Armstrong. Pat Hicks. Robert Goff.
22 ayes, motion carries. Congratulations. Our next resolution will be concerning the agreement between Carter County Highway Department and the Carter County School System.
Can I go ahead?
Sure, you go right ahead.
If I give you a little background on this resolution itself is not a contract. This allows for the road superintendent, which would be Mr. Kalbach, and Dr. Ward, and the attorneys for both parties to negotiate a contract. This was something that Commissioner Kite had asked that we complete. This is something actually we're bringing home from Washington County. It's a program that allows a program that Washington County instituted that allows the Washington County Highway Department, once they're done with their paving, to do work for the county schools at cost. This in turn saves the county schools cost, paying an outside company to do the paving. It allows the road department, if they have excess asphalt to use it on the county property, to pay it at cost. Now, the school system has to pay the county back whatever the cost itself is, but it allows us to get more paving down our schools in a much cheaper process. Now, there'll have to be all kinds of terms worked out between the highway department with Mr. Kalbach's in office and Mr. Ward. This is just authorization for that. It's something Mr. Kite and I used to solve a problem at Happy Valley High, and it just worked wonderfully, and he wanted to see it done before he left the commission, and I waited the 12th hour when we got it. Yes, sir.
Does this consist of the ballparks, the school grounds, what does it consist of?
Any school property.
Anything on school property?
Yes, sir. But now the road superintendent has to approve it. He would have to look at a project by project and provide the cost. If the school department accepted it, then he would bring it back to this commission for approval. But this lays the groundwork to have that contract in place. This is really an opportunity for this county to get more done for our schools and keep our road department finish up any asphalt they have at cost.
But it will be at cost, the county get their money back.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. The county not lose a dime, and the commissions have to approve any project. It just gives the groundwork for us to get that in place.
I think you just answered my question. I know we've been doing this before, and we don't have bring before the commission to give, which would be Mr. Kalbach, the authority to do it, which you said saves time and labor. We'll get the job done, later.
With a contract like this in place, typically what we can do is approve 4 or 5 projects in advance at the beginning of this fiscal year, giving Mr. Kalbach the opportunity, if at the end of the year he still has the asphalt and the time to do those projects. It allows him to streamline that and move us a little quicker and benefit our schools and benefit our highway department. There's still a lot of work to be done, but this is the first step.
Von Cannon?
I don't see anything in the agreement, and I hope it's not there, and I hope the new superintendent roads does not allow a driver to have pavement done on his personal property to park the bus.
No, sir, this is only on,
That's the first thing I see happen.
only on property owned by the Carter County Board of Education, Carter County School System.
Make a motion to approve. Second.
Do we have a motion to waive the reading of it?
I move to waive the reading of the resolution.
Motion by Mr. Hicks, second by Mr. Arnold, to waive the reading of the resolution. All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed, motion carried. Now to have a motion to approve the resolution.
Make a motion.
Ms. Brown, second by Mr. Lawrence. Any other discussion? Call the roll, please.
Richard Peters. Willie Campbell.
Aye.
Mark Todd.
Aye.
Nancy Brown. Joel Street.
Aye.
Richard Winters.
Aye.
Ronnie Crivitt.
Aye.
Harry Seas.
Aye.
Charles Von Cannon.
Aye.
Elsie Testor.
Aye.
Steve Ray.
Aye.
Carl Bell.
Aye.
Joanne Blankenship.
Aye.
Charlie Bailey. Bobby Dees. Ian Arden.
Aye.
Steve Chambers.
Aye.
Sean Lewis.
Aye.
Sonia Coler. Russell Cott. Bill Armstrong. Pat Hicks.
Aye.
Robert Goff.
Aye.
All ayes, motion carries. Now, would anybody be interested in taking 5 or 10 minute recess?
So moved.
All in favor? Come back in 10 minutes. Let's take your seats, All right, we'll come back to order, please. Come back to order. Now we have the mayor's report, General County update.
Mr. Chairman, Mayor has one report.
Thank you, sir. Committee reports, budget committee.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The Budget Committee met on the 11th and had several items come before the committee. First one, we had a listing of donations for the animal shelter. The Budget Committee recommends that we accept the donations totaling $1,287, and I make the motion that we do so.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Sisk, second by Mr. Street to accept these donations. Any discussion? Call the roll, please.
Richard Peters. Willie Campbell.
Aye.
Mark Todd. Nancy Brown. Joel Street. Richard Winters. Ronnie Crivitt. Harry Seas.
Aye.
Charles Von Cannon.
Aye.
Elsie Testor. Steve Ray. Tom Allen.
Aye.
Joanne Blankenship.
Aye.
Charlie Bailey. Bobby Dees. Ian Arden. Steve Chambers. Sean Lewis. Sonia Coler. Russell Cott. Scott Sands. Bill Armstrong. Pat Hicks. Robert Goff.
All ayes, motion carried.
Next item comes from the Health Department. Caroline Hurd appeared before the committee and requested that DGA grant be transferred from Fund 117 to General Fund in order to lighten the cash flow burden on Fund 117. The committee voted unanimously to move the Health Department's DGA contract to the general fund to expedite the flow of cash and paying the employees and so forth. and I'll make that motion at this time.
Have a motion by Mr. Sis, second by Ms. Brown. Any discussion? Call roll.
Buford Peters. Willie Campbell. Martin Hodge. Nancy Brown. Joel Street. Richard Winters. Ronnie Crivitt. Harry Seas. Charles Montana. Elsie Testor. Steve Grant. Tom Allen. Joanne Blankenship. Charlie Bates. Bobby Dees. Ken Arden. Steve Chambers. John Lewis. Sonia Coler. Russell Cott. Bill Armstrong. Pat Hicks. Robert Goff. All ayes.
All ayes, motion carried.
Next item is, make this in the form of a motion to approve the General Fund 101 Amendment Number 2. That's a total of 3 items, $2,030, 0 coming from fund balance.
Second.
Have a motion from Mr. Sis, second by Ms. Brown, to move to approve this transfer. Any discussion? Call roll, please.
Buford Peters. Willie Campbell. Martin Hodge. Nancy Brown. Joel Street. Richard Winters. Ronnie Crivitt. Harry Seas. Charles Montana. Elsie Testor. Steve Grant. Tom Allen. Joanne Blankenship. Charlie Bates. Bobby Dees. Ken Arden. Steve Chambers. John Lewis. Sonia Coler. Russell Cott. Bill Armstrong. Pat Hicks. Robert Goff.
All ayes, motion carried.
Next item is a motion I make at this time to approve the Drug Fund 122 Amendment Number 1 as one item, total of $15,000, 0 coming from fund balance.
Second.
Have a motion by Mr. Sis, second by, let's see, Mr. Trivett, to approve, Fund 122, Amendment 1. Any discussion? Call roll, please.
Buford Peters. Willie Campbell. Martin Hodge. Nancy Brown. Joel Street. Richard Winters. Ronnie Crivitt. Harry Seas. Charles Montana. Elsie Testor.
Because I'm for the Carter County to have conflict of interest with the proposal not to be voted. However, I declare my argument and my vote as honest to my conscience and to my obligation to the constituents and the citizens this body represents. I.
Steve Grant. Tom Allen. Joanne Blankenship. Charlie Bates. Bobby Dees. Ken Arden. Steve Chambers. John Lewis. Sonia Coler. Russell Cott. Bill Armstrong. Pat Hicks. And Robert Goff. All ayes.
All ayes, motion carried.
Next item, Central Volunteer Fire Department has received a grant of $64,980. This grant requires a match of $3,420. The Budget Committee recommended this, and I make a motion to approve the utilization of $3,420 of the budgeted grant matching funds, which is a fund that's been set aside some time ago, just for this purpose.
Second.
Have a motion by Mr. Sis, second by Ms. Brown, to approve these matching funds for the Central Volunteer Fire Department. Any discussion? Call roll, please.
Buford Peters. Willie Campbell. Martin Hodge. Nancy Brown. Joel Street. Richard Winters. Ronnie Crivitt. Harry Seas. Charles Montana. Elsie Testor. Steve Grant. Tom Allen. Joanne Blankenship. Charlie Davis. Bobby Dees. Ken Arden. Steve Chambers. John Lewis. Tony Coler. Russell Cott. Scott Sands. Bill Armstrong. Pat Hicks. And Roger Goff.
All ayes, motion carried. Do we have anything from the Financial Management Committee or the Health and Welfare, any of that, Ms. Blankenship?
That will come before the
Thank you, ma'am. Landfill Committee.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. You all look lovely this evening. Let me say that I appreciate all the help and support that most every commissioner here gave me during my tenure, and thank you for that. But the business at hand tonight concerning the landfill, as our meeting, in our last meeting on 8/8/2014, Mrs. Roach reported to us that the owner of the current transfer station at Hills Mills, Mr. Miller, had recently been elected to serve on the county commission. Therefore, we will no longer be able to rent from him as of September 1st, 2014. After much discussion, and we took in the cost of the truck into consideration thereof, we felt as a committee, and we've been voted unanimously to ask the budget committee to fund the money to finish off Hilton Mills, which is approximately $20,000. We took that to the budget committee during our budget process, and of course, they came out with a $100,000 proposal, which Benny appreciates, I'll help, he appreciates. But what we have come to find is the trucks that we're looking at. He has given me several examples. He's probably got some more of those with him tonight. But the trucks that we're looking at are right at $100,000, which is the most important thing that we've got to deal with. It's such a big part of this operation. So with that in consideration, Ms. Kohler made a motion to ask the budget committee to fund, $20,000 out of fund balance. I was unable to attend that meeting. I asked Ms. Kohler's vice chairman of the landfill committee. She was unable to attend. I asked Commissioner Lewis if he would take it to the budget committee. And the budget committee, we understand their beliefs. We have no issues with their decision, but we felt like that it was important enough. The committee asked me to bring it to the floor and to ask this commission and let the commission decide for themselves as a body whether to pursue this. So, Chairman, I would like to make a motion that we do to give Benny's landfill fund $20,000 to finish the Elk Mill site in consideration of all I've said, sir.
Motion by Mr. Street, second by Mr. Lewis to appropriate $20,000 to the landfill committee. Now, where do you propose to get that money, Mr. Street?
Fund balance, sir.
And you are aware that we're only 2 weeks into the new budget.
I understand, but Mr. Chairman,
to $20,000.
I do, but I figure it, since the landfill is always the last, that maybe this time they should be the first, that he goes, because it might not be there in 6 months. With all due respect, sir.
Any other discussion? Mr. Chairman.
I represent 6th District, which includes the Elk Mills area. I think that it's not right to come in here 11 days after the budget's been adopted, after we gave the landfill committee $100,000 to go out there and purchase a new truck and to take the remaining money that they had left over with that, if they had any, to put on the Elk Mill site. Now, we've been pushing for that Elk Mill site for several years. Nobody thought it was important until after the election. And then all of a sudden it moves up to the top. Now, I'm not in favor of dipping into the general fund and taking $20,000 out before this new commission comes in. I I think that should be up to them if they want to spend money to finish that up there. It's not gonna be finished if we give the $20,000 today. Mr. Lyons, I think you said the other night it would be 4 to 5 months before it, how long, Benny? 3 months. So I don't see where that's gonna be any problem to let this, to vote the way that we voted to table that the other night and not take that 22, and I like that, Mr. Lyons, I'd like to ask you how much of a loss has the county lost on that location over the last 4 years?
Sir, I don't know right offhand how much we lost. I know, since I took it over and started actually keeping paperwork, we have lost money because,
Have we ever had a month up there that we made money?
no, sir.
So what we're saying is that
Mr. Chambers, I would like to address that, sir.
Yes, sir.
That's one reason for the change. When I became landfill chairman, I started looking into some of these issues and found, the money that we were losing. And in response, sir, with all due respect, we have approached the budget committee with this several times. We approached financial management. It was on there as well as to finish this project. So we have taken it, we brought it before several times, and it's always, it's just not been doable because of the budget crunch.
Mr. Street, I've always supported that move up there to get that place moved. But I think that it's the timing of the coming and asking for $20,000.
I understand that, sir.
Is where I stand.
Mr. Chairman,
Mr. Tripp,
I make a motion, we refer this back to the budget committee.
have a motion, second. We already have a motion on the floor. You can make a motion to table it if you'd like.
I'll table the motion.
We're still discussing.
Have a motion to table,
Second.
have a second. Have a motion to table this request for $20,000 for the landfill. Call the roll, please.
Buford Peters, Willie Campbell, Mark Thomas, Nancy Brown. No. Joel Street,
No.
Richard Williams.
Aye.
Ronnie Crivitt, Mary Sis. Charles Montana,
No.
Elsie Testor,
Aye.
Steve Morant,
Aye.
Tom Bowers,
Aye.
Joanne Blankenship,
No.
Charlie Bailey,
Aye.
Bobby Dees,
No.
Ken Arden,
Aye.
Steve Chambers,
Aye.
John Lewis,
No.
Sonia Coler,
No.
Russell Cott,
Aye.
Bill Armstrong,
Aye.
Pat Hicks,
No.
Robert Goff,
No.
Fourteen ayes, motion's been tabled.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you for your consideration.
Thank you, Mr. Street.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, ma'am.
under the state law, aren't we required to have so much in our county?
So many convenience centers, is that what?
Yes, sir.
I don't know.
That is a question I've never had raised. I'll be glad to look into.
Mr. Lyons, I believe you know the answer to that.
For population for our county, we're required to have 2.
That's
The
what I
landfill
thought.
serves as 1, Long Mountain serves as 1, Elk Mill serves as 1.
So it would be 3.
Yes, sir.
Highway committee. Thank you. Law enforcement.
No report.
Building and grounds. Rules bylaws.
No, not now.
And is there any other committees that I have not recognized? County attorney reports.
Actually, use the podium, do you mind?
You go right
I don't
ahead.
think I have in a long time. with the alpha and the omega, I'm gonna start with the bad news. We do have a new piece of litigation this month. Ms. Whitehead has filed a second suit surrounding the cutting of trees. That has been advanced to the finance department, to our county, to our insurance carrier. They'll package up the defense, and I'm sure about defense in that case. We have had a meeting just yesterday with citizens concerning the closing of some potential county right-of-ways. It's something the highway committee referred to my office, and after meeting with them, it's something that I'm going to prep the highway committee back with a report. It's a pretty clear cut. It's an unopened county road. The right-of-way is an unused road. There's been a case was actually litigated, in which the court determined it's only an unopened county road. With an unopened, we'll take it back to highway committee for a full recommendation to the full commission next month. We completed, of course, this month's resolutions you approved tonight. In the process of completing the TDOT project, NCI project with Robertson Seco, and Elizabeth and electric system on a portion of the property, as well as, but the project entails the installation of an additional access road between the two roads, part of our industrial park, and we have completed the service of Robertson Seco of that. Our additional meetings were completed today that I was not at. Tom Anderson moved that project forward, and we're going to contact Roger Davis to see if we can set service with him, and it's something Mayor worked on, and it looks like it's going to move forward pretty good finally, and Bob Woodson was up from the state today, as well as attorneys. We're still waiting on one partial release. Once we do that, and that project will move forward, and hopefully have that access to roads completed. I'm planning a couple afternoons, and I've been contacting our new commissioners. I'm going to give every new commissioner an opportunity to meet with me, just to give them an update as to exact progress we're at on litigation. He recently closed litigation, any projects that I've been working on for the county, so they know exactly where I was at, give them a little bit of a briefing. I know they have their CCAS training, I know the mayor's doing a training, I'm doing a litigation update. I think it's important to come into the feet on the ground, ready to work as much as possible. And the ones I've contacted so far, I've got about half, and been very excited. They're all picking a different day, I'm doing it on 2 different nights. Try to get them as ready for business as possible. We completed got approval on the TDOT project, or TDOT study, Commissioner Chambers brought last month, looking at some portions of Highway 19E, speed and traffic and things of that nature for the potential installation of a traffic light or something to slow down traffic in that area. Had a meeting with Commissioner Street this week to look at a project that was approved by the commission. I asked for an additional TDOT study. It's on Assembly Creek connecting Unicoi County, where we're having a lot of trailer traffic come through, which makes it a little dangerous, but it happens. And finally, the last thing I'm going to report on is a piece of good news, and that is that the Scotty Minton Ice House litigation pending to a federal court was dismissed, as well as dismissed with Beer Board itself. That was dismissed with prejudice in federal court, so it's over. He could come back to state court. The only reason it could be dismissed there is because of a federal rule not to dismiss an unright state claim. But I think he'll be the exact same result there as he did in federal court. That leaves us with the only piece of litigation left on the Ice House team with the current owners. Cromwell on that is being moving forward. We have motions on that case pending. And Steele thought we have a very strong case. Our carrier recommends no settlement whatsoever to take it to full trial. I feel very good about where we're at with it. And then finally, I owe you guys a big thank you for giving me the opportunity to serve. I did not take the decision to run for judge lightly. I absolutely love this job, and I feel like it's the best job I've ever had. It's the crowning jewel I think of everything I've done professionally. I've enjoyed representing our hometown and our home county. I like being Washington County's attorney. I enjoy going over there, but it's not here. And you know, it's been a wonderful opportunity. I mean, it was a long time ago when I come in here at Lawrence Lodge, I think, and called me and asked me about applying, and came down and applied, and was lucky enough to get enough votes. And I'll never forget, you forget about some of the people who are gone, but Glenn Timpson sat back there where Sonia Cole was, and I was sitting back where Jody Driscoll is, and he voted for me that night, and leaned over and said condolences. I don't know if I did you a favor or hurt you. And I think we all miss Lynn and some of the great commissioners that came through here, some of the great men and women we worked with. And I'm proud of what we do. And I defend this county to the death. I think this is the greatest place on the earth to live. And I don't like it when people make little jokes, and we are bad drivers, I'll admit that. Sure of that. I think it's the best place to live, and I'm proud to represent you every single day you give me the opportunity. And I truly, you don't understand how many friends I made representing this board and representing the three mayors. Other than that, our constitution also pretty well said the same. They've been pretty lucky to say the same, but I've enjoyed working with every one of them. And I've done the best I could do every day, and really, I just can't say enough. I can sincerely appreciate the opportunity to give me. Thank you.
Thank you.
Have our commissioner comments, if you'd like to speak. Ms. Blake.
I have asked several of the newly elected county commissioners to come by and pick up the travel policy. I think that Sonia Kohler will be a good resource for them. She, not only will she be till the end of this month, but she will be going forward. And there are certain things that only a commissioner can tell another commissioner, with no disrespect to the other elected officials. And I hope that they will call on Sonia to, if they have any questions or any concerns. She has a broad background on different committees that she served on this committee, on this commission, and I think she'll be a good resource for them. And she will answer her telephone if you call her.
Mr. Tester.
I just want to say to the retired commissioners, it's been an honor to work with you and with the commissioners, and also for Mr. Bowers. On my job at the sheriff department, I often need legal advice because of what my job consists of, and Mr. Bowers has always given me a timely answer, and I appreciate that. And Mr. Harvey, big shoes. Thank you.
Let me, I have something to say.
Go ahead, Coach.
Been here a long time and probably been here too long and worked with great people. First started out here with Judge O'Brien, Picture Ford, he was. And Mayor Evers, you do the lights, I run through a whole bunch of them. And I think commission will work for, I can't give the names because it's so many of them. One time we had a commission, when they came here, they had 7, went up to 54, but 7 commissioners, and then went to 43, I think, after I came in here, and then to cut it down. And I'd like to thank the office holders, they've been great. And I'd like to thank the constituents that voted for me. Another thing, somebody asked me the other day, said, why didn't you run? Was your age? I said, no, all my people are dead. I can't You know, at the end of when you graduate, you feel like I'm graduating. I've been here so long, but and you know, you got a hat, didn't have a hat, so I got some of this shirt.
Can anybody top that? Any other comments? Make a motion to adjourn. Second? Second. All in favor? Aye. All opposed? No.